Hello, good afternoon. You're watching Q News, and here are the top stories for this hour. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has arrived in the Russian capital, Moscow, to take part in celebrations marking the 80th anniversary of Victory Day. This visit comes at the official invitation of Russian President Vladimir Putin. Earlier today, President el-Sisi departed the Greek capital, Athens, after concluding an official visit to the Hellenic country. From there, he traveled to Moscow to participate in the commemorations. Russia is preparing a large-scale celebration to mark the 80th anniversary of its victory in World War II. The events will include military parades in Moscow and 8 other cities, along with ceremonies honoring war veterans and current military personnel involved in operations in Ukraine and other regions. Pakistan's military has announced the downing of 25 Indian drones that intruded into its airspace. That came following Indian strikes on various targets that heightened concerns of escalating conflict between the nuclear powers. Pakistani military spokesperson Ahmed Sharif Chowdhury said that drones were deployed to major cities like Karachi and Lahore, with debris now being collected. Authorities in India have announced the closure of at least 21 airports across the country's north. This is amid rising tensions following Indian airstrikes on targets inside Pakistan. The move has heightened fears of a broader military confrontation between the two nuclear-armed neighbors. India said the strikes were aimed at what it called terrorist infrastructure tied to the recent killing of tourists. Pakistan, however, has denied the presence of such camps within its territory. Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has warned that any military attack from Pakistan would be met with a decisive response. During a meeting with all Indian parties, he stated that at least 100 people had been killed in Indian strikes as part of Operation Sindoor in Pakistan and the Pakistan-administered region of Jammu and Kashmir. Singh emphasized the operation is ongoing and that India will only respond to Pakistani provocations. Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Saar has stated that Tel Aviv had not received any prior notice from Washington regarding the cessation of U.S. airstrikes on the Houthi group in Yemen. Saar emphasized that while the U.S. is a strong ally providing diplomatic support, it did not inform Israel about halting the attacks. Saar's comments followed U.S. President's decision, which sparked mixed reactions in Israel regarding the lack of coordination.
From the regime and its gangs of terror.
Israeli National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir has said it was a mistake to believe that U.S. President Donald Trump is acting on Israel's behalf in confronting the Houthi threat. Speaking to Israeli media, Ben-Gvir stressed that Israel must rely on itself in handling the Houthis and that it cannot count on the United States to prevent Iran from developing a nuclear weapons program. Israel has launched 14 airstrikes in the El Nabatea region of southern Lebanon. This is marked as one of its most intense bombardments since the U.S. broke its ceasefire in November. Earlier in April, Israel targeted a building in southern Beirut, claiming it stored precision missiles belonging to Hezbollah. British-founded humanitarian organisation Oxfam has called for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza to end the humanitarian catastrophe and prevent further loss of life. The organisation reported that Gaza's residents are facing extreme levels of food insecurity, ranging from crisis to emergency and even catastrophic famine. Oxfam stressed that the dire conditions are a result of Israel's failure to ensure full access to humanitarian aid. And that's the top stories for this hour. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more updates here on Q News.